Hi guys, welcome to the first in a brand new series of the FIFA 20 career mode. Yes, FIFA videos are back again after a little bit of a while. Apologies for not doing any live games, just had some family stuff to take care of, so I hope you understand, but we'll be back with more commentaries during the week, live with audio commentaries as well. Anyway, back to FIFA career mode, and as you saw, my alter ego is very, very nicely smart casual, nice shirt, nice open collared shirt. I wanted two other bits and bobs. We were just having some scout reports back as well. But we went into this. John Stutz is still the excuse me, the gaffer in charge. And obviously we're not going to bore you with all the details of the friendlies and everything else. But what we will do is cut to the start of the season and see how we actually did in the transfer window. So we'll go. Already we got Salvidra in court. Let's see what else other business we've done in the window so far. As you can see, press conferences are new to FIFA, but this is what we've done in the transfer window. If we go to transfer history and click on my club, we've brought in some good players. We've sold Joe Hart and Kevin Long as well as Matty Vidra. We've only managed to buy, I think, two players in at the moment. Max Aaron's the promising young right back from Norwich, and Kasper Dolberg in an exchange deal for Eric Peters. We sold Hart to Salzburg, loaned to Galatasaray for $4 million, and you know about the other two. So we're going to attend the press conference now as we in the heat of our first game of the season.
Thanks for waiting. We're now ready to take your questions.
And it says Burnley's run of form pre-season has left fans wanting for more of the same as it starts to get serious. How will it impact the squad? The reply to that I said was, or my alter ego said was, we have a lot of quality in this squad, more than I was expecting, to be honest. This season is going to be interesting and hopefully a lot of fun. The next question said, can the team remain clear of the lower end of the table this season? That was the question number 2, and the answer to that was quite simple. It's capable of avoiding any trouble at the wrong end of the table, in fact trying to secure a mid-table position with no hassle at all. Then it's will he make his debut, Max Aarons? He needs time to adjust. He's only just coming through the doors, and that was always going to be difficult. But the fans will be a bit more patient, and that's what I said.
Thank you for attending, everyone. We're now just going to wrap up the questions.
So with the pre-match press conference out the way and all the hullabaloo that surrounds the start of a new season, let's get straight into the action. Turf Moor. An expected Turf Moor crowd awaited. Could Burnley have a much better season than they did in real life last season when they finished 15th against Southampton? Surely one of our rivals at the wrong end of the table. Let's see what happened with my commentary.
Thank you for attending today's match. Will you please welcome Southampton and Burnley? And your Burnley lineup today.
Well, welcome to Turf Moor for the first match of the season. Southampton are visitors. Both teams narrowly avoiding relegation last year. Ashley Barnes scoring in his last 3 friendly games, looking really sharp at the moment, and the player that Southampton will want to watch. A few changes have taken since the summer, where Burnley finished 15th in the Premier League. Southampton finished, I think, 16th. With a new manager in charge, John Stutz, very casual in his open collar, jump, pullover and jeans, very casual. Pep Guardiola's style of management and the way he styles himself on the touchline is beginning to catch on. Southampton under Ralph Hudson-Odoi will want to have a better season than they had last season, but Burnley have made a couple of great acquisitions, as you saw in the piece. But their new number 1 is Nick Pope. Tom Eaton's left for Aston Villa, and it's Knowlton, Tarkowski, May and Charlie Taylor, the back 4, and it's Gudmundsson, Westwood, Danny Drinkwater, another new face, and Dwight McNeil, and up front that number 17 Kasper Dolberg and Ashley Barnes up front. For Southampton, it's Lewis in goal for them, a few youngsters in this side, and then it's Valerie, Ramsey, Danzo, Stevens and Bolkins at the back 5 today, and it's Armstrong, Ward-Prowse and Slattery. And it's Obafemi and Barnes up front, so a very youthful Southampton side, but they've still got plenty of experience on the bench. So we're all set to go then. It's Burnley in the claret and blue, and they're going to kick off attacking the cricket field end away to my right. A lot of boisterous crowd in today for this Opening match of this Burnley career mode. First of many, I'm sure. As we bring you full highlights of the game. With the radar highlights. Comes cross back in, well taken by Pope. Westwood. Goodmanson. Westwood again, he had a marvellous end to the season, very sort of described to a lot of people by a lot of people around here as Mr. Consistency. Good running by Taylor. Here's Dwight McNeil. Back inside to Taylor! Oh, what a start for Burnley! It's Charlie Taylor! And Turf Moor explodes with joy. In fact, he's shaking. Some lovely move down the left. Beautifully constructed with Dwight McNeil, and then the shot across the goal. The goalkeeper's got no chance. And Taylor, a left-footed player, hits it in off the post with his left foot. Just a tonic that the new guy needed. Stutzy, the new manager, what a start for him. Charlie Taylor, unlikely for scorer, but he's got it all right. 1-0.
Goal for Burnley. Number 3, Charlie Taylor.
Not giving away to Barnes, but that'll give Burnley's ego a huge lift. Start the new season. Relegation candidates, but Stutzy is assure fans that he wants to finish higher than that. But here's Barnes. Oh, he's through. It's Barnes. And Southampton could have equalised. That's the flaming challenge of Tarkowski there, and then Pope had to come out and narrow the angle, and Barnes in the end hit the shot over. An opportunity that went begging there. Half an hour gone, it's 1-0 to Burnley. Barnes has headed on to Dolberg. Southampton player lying on the deck there, but referee's quite happy to play on. Wilkins. Now Barnes, who missed that chance. Wilkins has continued his run. Played it in there towards Armstrong. No dangerous signs there for Burnley. Adam Armstrong with the shot. But this is the goal again, scored by Taylor. Off the post and in. Adam Armstrong though, just before we showed the replay of that goal, really proving his worth there, and Nick Pope wasn't really sure himself whether that was going inside the post or not. He had to cover it. The new Burnley number 1. And for Tom Eaton, who's obviously gone on to pastures new. Here's Ashley Barnes. Straight at Lewis. This confident goalkeeping there by the youngster. Here come Burnley again. Gummanson. Rodson trying to get away from Slattery, but he's given it away to Obafemi, one of the new debutants. Wearing number 61 on the shirt. Barnes. Slattery. Chance here for Cohen Slattery. Poor ball in the end by the young Southampton lad. A lot of the academy guys being used today. Very intrigued to know why. Husenherdl has done that. Good tackle there. No penalty, although Westwood has gone down in a bit of a heat, but there's no problems with injuries in that. Half an hour gone. It's still 1-0 to Burnley. Charlie Taylor with the goal. Here's McNeil. He'll get the assist, of course, to McNeil. He loses possession. Cracking atmosphere inside Turf Moor. The Burnley fans are certainly up for this one. New man in charge, Sean Dyche, building on those huge, great foundations that Sean Dyche spent 7 years building at the turf. It's the start of a new era. Maybe they want to play more expansive football. Maybe that's what Mike Garlick wants, and he's trying to get the players in to do it. And Goldberg, one of the new faces, finds Gudmundsson. Gudmundsson tracks back, and it's a lovely play along the deck. Goldberg has scored on debut. 2-0. £12 million for Sir Eric Peters has taken him to turf 4, and it's certainly worth the investment. Gudmundsson, lovely play, took 2 defenders out of the game, and Lewis will be annoyed really because, or he'll be cranky with himself because he shouldn't have got beaten at the near post like that. A silly goal to give away, but Burnley won't care. It's 2-0 to the Clarets. It means so much to Kasper Dolberg with 38 minutes on the clock. Certainly a moment to savour there for Kasper Dolberg. Taylor. Putting away to Slattery this time. Last 5 minutes of the first half. It's Burnley 2, Southampton 0. Taylor and Dolberg the goal scorers. And here's Armstrong. Armstrong! Saved by Pope. And Adam Armstrong really didn't hit that with any great conviction. He'll be cranky with himself for that. Meanwhile, Gudmundsson will be a bit cranky because he's giving the ball away. And Cameron Slattery's in the clear. Chance for Southampton. Slattery, good save by Pope. As we go into 3 minutes of stoppage time, here's Slattery again. Bad pass, and then he shoots over Nick Pope's bar. But oh, well, Michael Ofemi has had a slow day at the office, as you can see. He's not really done much so far in the time when he's been out on the field. But if anyone's watching this and thinking this is a foregone conclusion, they can think again. Because Southampton have had their chances in this first half. We're still playing on with Barnes. Shot hits the defender. Dolberg is there. There goes the whistle. Encouraging signs as Burnley go into the tunnel for the hard-time cup of tea because they're 2 goals up. First goal coming from Charlie Taylor, and then Dolberg towards the end of the first half scoring on debut. Southampton have had chances though, and certainly not out of the woods yet. Or certainly not out this game yet, but it's Burnley 2, Southampton 0 at the break. No changes from either side as we get this second half up and running again. Burnley now attacking the McElroy end in those claret and blue shirts. Southampton in dark and yellow, and they can't keep the ball in play by over on the far side. And behind for a goal kick. There has been a massive transfer there as Higuain moves from Piemonte Calcio, which we all know is Juventus. There's obviously getting the name and the kit rights to Juventus on FIFA, which is a shame really, but there you go. It's the nature of the beast. Here's Matt Lowton for Burnley. Good signing that. Here's Wilkins, 52 gone. Still 2-0 to Burnley. Still Wilkins looking to measure across inside the penalty area when Pope was there. Obafemi with the header at the back post. And Nick Pope did well. And kick. And it might drop for Ashley Barnes. Away from Ramsey. Oh, Ramsey with a superb tackle. Look for a moment that Barnes had shaken off young Ramsey there, but Ramsey, to his credit, got back and did really well. Now Valery. Valery's cross. Out comes Pope. Only gets a little glove on it. Back in there by Obafemi and Nick Pope. This time catching. Southampton giving it a good go in his second half. Here's Ramsey. Impressive at the way they've gone about it. Pope's ball. Very comfortably. Not a good kick, mind you. Having said that, Pope hasn't put a foot wrong as we see Sheffield United equalising at Bournemouth. And return to the Premier League. Here's Dolberg. Charged down by the defender. Or Prowse. It's a good ball to find Valery. Couple of experienced heads in that Southampton 11. Actually working something here on this near side, but Burnley again opening defence. Barnes holds it up, and that's a lovely ball to Gudmundsson. Back inside to Barnes, and there goes Dolberg. He almost got through there, Kasper Dolberg. Drinkwater. Westwood. Dolberg's offside here. Should he took that away? Let's see a substitution here. Off comes Callum Slattery. And Mario Lamina is going to make way. So a little bit more experience and a bit more quality in that Southampton lineup. Meanwhile, Burnley are making a change on the right hand channel. Schoenberg Gudmundsson, and on in his place comes Jeff Hendrick. In his place. So substitution used a piece. A kick forward by Lewis. Now Armstrong. Valerie. 13 minutes to go. Our next appointment with Burnley is at the Emirates Stadium. I nearly said Highbury then. Watching some old Arsenal footage, that's why I've got Highbury on the brain. Here's Henrik. And play a 1-2 with. Oh, he might do here. Henrik! Offside. Goal won't count. Very close, I have to say. As Danny Ings gets the bird, as young Barnes is replaced. He missed a glorious chance at 0-0, you may remember. Oh, at 1-0 rather, when Nick Pope made that save. Kasper to Barnes. To McNeil. On now for Kasper Dolberg, but he's offside. And now we're going to see Jake Fokkins off and Jan Bedrenek on. And also we're going to see another debut here for Burnley. Max Aarons. A £4.6 million signing from Norwich. Highly rated right back. Going to have 7 minutes this evening. Ramsey's free kick. Short to Valerie. Or Valerie rather. Ashley Barnes. Aarons does well, gets his first touch, and he's laid a lovely ball in there for Kasper Dolberg, who hits the post. Almost had an assist with his very first touch. Here's Westwood. That's three. That's game, set a match, and Ashley Westwood scores a rare goal for him. And Burnley, having hit the post a moment or two ago, have scored another magnificent goal, and it's a beaut. No chance for Lewis. I was at full stretch to try and get across, but he couldn't get across in time. Agony for Ralph Fusen-Erdl, but joy for John Studsey in his first game as Burnley gaffer. He's taken over from the legend that was Sean Dyche. Westwood, 2 minutes from the end, has made the point safe. And the final change taking place. Off comes Dwight McNeil, on comes Robbie Brady. So the Irishman replaces the Englishman.
Number 18, Ashley Westwood.
Great performance from Burnley. They've done really well. Played a terrific game. Yes, they've had to survive.
Man of the match. Number 3,
It's going to be Charlie Taylor picks up the sponsors man in a match as that cross comes into the area once again. Well defended by Burnley. Nick Pope saved them on a couple of occasions, but apart from that, really, Southampton really haven't offered too much as the whistle goes. In the end, it looked a comfortable win, but it was far from comfortable. Southampton did have chances. The difference was they didn't take them, whereas Burnley absolutely did. Goals in the first half from Kasper Dolberg, then Charlie Taylor, then Kasper Dolberg. Dolberg could have had a hat-trick conceivably in the second half. He had a couple of chances, one of which came off the post. But from the second phase after the ball had come off the post, Ashley Westwood with a 25-yard cracker sealed the deal, and Burnley sealed the points. Burnley 3, Southampton 0.
Got time for a couple of questions?
So my reactions after a 3-0 win, first win under the belt, I was asked, and I have to say my reply to that was quite simple, that the lads had given me 100%. It was just all that you could ask for, and they were very dominant from start to finish, although Southampton did have a couple of chances. Dolberg put his name on the score sheet for the first time. He said, "We found our talisman." That's my reply to that question, and he certainly was a talisman. Could have had 2 in the game, in all fairness to Casper. And then another question about Max Aarons. I figured it would be a surprise and give the fans something to cheer as I brought him on halfway through the game.
No further questions, thanks.
And more not news, because Tom Davies is our latest acquisition for 9.7 million, and a promising young centre midfielder that we've got from Everton. Good price as well, so lots in store there as far as Burnley were concerned. The squad's starting to take shape a bit. We sold a few, but now we're starting to bring a few acquisitions into the team, which can only bode well for the future. We're looking good, but now we've got to go away to Arsenal. We're second at the moment with 3 points. Newcastle top, so we have a 100% record going into this second game. But it's against Arsenal, a team that we don't seem to do very well away from home. So we'll just have to see how that one goes. They're bottom of the league as things stand. So let's get to the Emirates Stadium for the second and final game. Again, myself was the commentator for what was a frustrating day. Well, here we are at the Emirates, where Burnley look to make it 2 out of 2. They're second in the table as things stand. Arsenal bottom to an opening day defeat. Once again, they may be facing another youthful looking side, but there's 1 or 2 familiar faces there, as you can see in the foreground. Arsenal start with their second choice goalkeeper Martinez. As preferred to Leno, and it's Maitland-Niles, Mustafi, Holding and Ismaili. Guendouzi and Chambers, 2 regular faces there, and then it's Pepe, Burton and Martinelli, with Lacazette leading the line up through. So a mixture of youth and experience, Aubameyang and others on the bench. Burnley, who won 3-0 at Turf Moor last week against Southampton in our first match, to try and go forward in the second game, and they select the same team more or less, with Nick Pope in goal and the back 4 of Lowton, Tarkowski, me and Taylor. Gudmundsson, in fact there's no changes because it's Westwood, Drinkwater, McNeil, Gudmundsson, Dolberg and Barnes. Why change the winning formula? But there is a new signing, as you can see. Tom Davies is amongst the substitutes, having signed for £9.3 million from Everton. So we're all set to go then. Game number 2 of 38 for both sides. Arsenal to get us underway here on JB Claret Sports. And they're attacking the goal to our right. Right, here's Guendouzi. Nicola Pepe, now Burton. Burnley, they're all changed, all strip of light blue. Gudmundsson can't keep that in play. Ironic cheers from some of the Arsenal fans who are not happy with the way that Unai Emery has started the season. Ismaili taking on Gudmundsson here. Chambers, Ismaili, Lacazette, danger here for Burnley, and a great save from Nick Pope to deny Lacazette. Struck this with some ferocity here, Alexander Lacazette. Really was a good save. Arsenal corner, ain't finished yet. Going to be Nicola Pepe to take. He's gone long into that penalty area, headed away. Martinelli's there, and a low red kick. Here's a chance now for Burton! He hit that one well. Big Pope had it covered anyway. My Emery side have had a couple of good opportunities already, and we've been playing, what, 10 minutes? Header on, it's holding now to win it. Burton. Chambers. Martinelli. Ismaili's got away again. Points he joined this opening quarter of an hour. Here's Lacazette. Still Alexander Lacazette. Whippling run. And offside, I think, against Burton. Well, Burnley did exceptionally well. Playing well offside. Yard and a half. The wrong side of the defender. It's going to be Pope to take the free kick. Pick on by Dolberg. Chambers. Burton. Ismaili. Into Martinelli. Lovely challenge. And here's Gumminson. Drinkwater, good ball. Barnes just doesn't have the acceleration. Plenty of experience in Nous. That sort of makes up for that fact. I was a little bit lucky to get the ball second time round. Now Burton. He's having plenty to say for himself in this opening 25 minutes. Good tackle there on Guendouzi. It was a fair tackle, that. And here's Drinkwater. Danny Drinkwater! Well, the Premier League title winner in 2016 with Leicester. Looking to rebuild his career after a couple of 2 or 3 bad years at Chelsea, where he didn't get many opportunities to perform under like the likes of Mourinho or Sarri or a few others. Sorry, Conte, I should say. Mourinho had gone before he left the second. Or Drinkwater came a second time. So I beg your pardon now. 1-2 played on the near side by Maitland-Niles. This is Nicola Pepe, the other protagonist. Half an hour gone, it's still goalless. Back to Guendouzi. Burton has continued his run and the flag has stayed down. And the cross, well, we nearly caught Pope out at the near post. And Nick Pope having to turn that away for a corner. And Arsenal now, with less than a quarter of an hour of the first half remaining, have got themselves an opportunity here. Guendouzi to take the corner down for the Gunners. Burnley traditionally don't have a good record at this ground. They've never won here. I don't think they've ever picked up a point here either. Memory serves me right. But here's a chance for Ashley Barnes. No. Well, snuffed out there. The Arsenal defence has been marvellous. 70% possession for the Gunners. It's only 30 for Burnley, but away from home you're bound to have less possession, even if you want to play a more free-flowing game. This is Callum Chambers. 1-0 Arsenal. Bad news for Burnley. Delight for Callum Chambers. He took his goal magnificently and exceptionally well. The Arsenal fans are delighted, and so too is Callum Chambers and his Arsenal team. Defence splitting ball, definitely onside. Ball right across Nick Pope and into the left corner. And Arsenal, who have really attacked Burnley quite well in this opening 37 minutes or so, I think have probably just got their just desserts. Umar Emery will be delighted about that. 39 gone actually, and Chambers makes it 1-0 to Arsenal. Setback for Burnley, but they've been up against it from the word go here.
Goal for the Arsenal. Number 21.
It's Callum Chambers. He took his goal really well there. And you can't really complain about that. Here's Gumminson. Getting along the deck, Lawton. Barnes trying to turn, trying to make a space with a shot, and he does, but Martinez was there at the near post and got it in superbly. Also, defence has marshalled Dolberg and Barnes expertly well. They do have options on the bench in Chris Wood and Jay Rodriguez should they need to. Burnley. We had a minutes at the end of this first half. Barnes gets possession but loses out. Burton. And now on to Lacazette. And there goes the half-time whistle. It's been a chastening first half, to be honest, for the Clarets. They're 1-0 down. A goal after 39 minutes from Callum Chambers, separating the two sides. So plenty of work for Stutty to do in the dressing room. And Burnley going at half-time 1-0 behind. It's Arsenal 1, Burnley 0 at half-time. Away we go again in the second half. No changes from either side. Burnley 1-0 down. Callum Chambers after 39 minutes, the difference between the sides, as we welcome you back to the Emirates of the second half here. As Dolberg tries an early attempt. Test Martinez, but he can't do so because the shot was charged down. Here's Lacazette now at the other end for Arsenal. Pepe's offside there. It's a free kick to Burnley. Just timed his wrong, a little wrong there, Nicola Pepe, and that was almost the problem. Westwood. On to Dolberg. I'll have to check back. Barnes on the edge. It's actually Barnes deflected! Corner kick. I think this was going in. And it hits the defender, Mustafi, and goes the wrong side of the post for Stutzy's liking. Could have easily been the equaliser. He hit that through Barnes, but no success. Westwood, out curling corner, up and under. The goalkeeper under a little bit of pressure, and Burnley see the chance go away. Lacazette to Burton. To Pepe. Oh, that's a nice ball, and Martinelli's in behind here. Lacazette is running towards the penalty area. Martinelli may go alone. Oh, that's he went near post, and Nick Pope was wise to it. Good goalkeeping there by the England international keeper. I was never going to be fooled at the near post, if truth be told. Like for like substitution. Lacazette off, and Aubameyang on as the corner comes in. Ismaili, Pepe, Ismaili with the shot charged away. Ashley Barnes to Dwight McNeil. And Barnes has spotted Dolberg, but his pass wasn't penetrating enough. And it came away once again, but he's won it back to his credit here. The man born in Bath. Could be eligible to play for England so if he shows desire. Gudmundsson, nice turn. Barnes! Offside, he's hit the post anyway. And Robbie Burton comes off. And Mesut Ozil, the German, comes on. He's had a good game actually, Robbie Burton. Very impressive.
Substitution for Burnley.
Giving Burnley a real torrid time, and Ashley Barnes is going to be replaced by the hometown boy, Jay Rodriguez. So we've got two Burnley lads now on the field who have been born in the town. Jay Rodriguez has just come on. Of course, Dwight McNeil, who came into the side late last term and has failed to keep that in on the far side. Callum Chambers, who's scored the only goal of the game thus far. His day is done. And Torreira comes on in his place. Substitutions left, right and centre now wherever you're going. The score remains the same, 1-0 to the Arsenal, an old scoreline. In George Graham's time, he always used to win 1-0 every week at George Graham's Arsenal. That famous back four. But wait a moment, here's Barnes. Oh, nearly got through there. That was a great opportunity there for Ashley Barnes. Just didn't have enough pace, as I say. And Guendouzi is away here. He's got Ozil waiting in the middle. So too is Torreira. Back to Maitland-Niles. The flag has stayed down. It's Pepe. It's Ozil wide. I'm going to see the introduction of Tom Davis now in a Burnley shirt for the very first time, as we see Mesut Ozil hit the shot wide of Pope's goal. Nick Pope would have had that covered by a long chalk there. And they just haven't done enough there, as Drinkwater's now off and Davis is on. The substitute was being made as we saw a replay, and Martinez on the line, was it? Oof, that was close to being a deliberate handball, it's got to be said. Well, Burnley have got to find a goal from somewhere in this last 13 minutes or so. Davis does well on the cover. Burnley just cannot get the ball forward enough. And that's been the theme. Arsenal are one of those sides that are tricky to break down. Guendouzi, Davis surely was fouled there. Referee playing an advantage. I'm not sure why. I think there was one to start with, but wait a minute, I might be proving to eat my words here. Gudmundsson lays it out to McNeil. Gudmundsson, a good run. Needs support. Oh, the cross was lacking in substance, and then in complete frustration, Gudmundsson has hacked down his man. The referee running straight across and shows the red card. Oh, what a frustrating end to a frustrating day. Wood on for Dolberg as well, whilst we see a replay. One can understand Gudmundsson's frustration, but that's no good. And your team's one down and looking for some positive response. There's 6 minutes left to play, but Burnley, I'm ashamed to say, are down to 10 men. And it was a red card. Tackle from behind. It was a dangerous tackle from Gudmundsson. One can understand his frustration, but there's no need for us to do that, and that's a big mistake. And now Ozil at the other end could punish, and it's Pepe now who's looked threatening all day. Shot deflects and Nick Pope gets there. Now then, can Burnley with 10 men find an unlikely equaliser with Tom Davis? And is Rodriguez offside? Annoyingly he is. Ran far too soon, and the also offside trap have played the Burnley strikers. It's got to be said to a T. Got to be said to a T. And as you can see, he's about 2 yards offside there, which is frustrating. But that's the harsh realities of Premier League football. Burnley just haven't been good enough, or at the cutting edge in the final third, really on the day to really knock Arsenal down. And the offside flag is up against Pepe. It was a little bit dozy from him. Oof. Tell you what, another day he might have been onside. I thought he was level, to be fair. Maybe I was a little bit careless to say he was lazy. He wasn't, I don't think. All given away to Aubameyang. 3 minutes are up, and there will be no more. Well, it's been a day of frustrations there for Burnley. Arsenal get the 3 points. Umar Emery shakes Stutzy's hand, my alter ego's hand. It's a win for Umar Emery. Arsenal have beaten Burnley, who are reduced to 10 men. Cameron Chambers scoring the goal, the only goal after 39. Gudmundsson, 6 minutes from the end, was sent off for a stupid challenge from one of the Arsenal players and deserved to go. A day of frustration here for the Clarets, and have been beaten in the second game of the season by Arsenal here at the Emirates by a goal to nil.
Got time for a couple of questions?
Well, what a frustrating day that was for us. Gudmundsson sent off and he was suspended. How will this impact on our squad selection? Well, mistakes happen. Gudmundsson made a mistake, and it was a mistake, there's no doubt about that. He came in from behind and took the man. It was quite obvious to see, as you saw there on the rerun. Do you think certain changes or a different approach, I was asked, could helped us avoid this humiliating defeat? I wouldn't say it was humiliating. It was just I wasn't sure, to be honest, because the approach was good and they worked hard. They made a couple of chances, but Arsenal were just too good on the day. Final question was, Arsenal scored the first goal in the first half and your team didn't react. Why was that? I was finally asked, and I just simply said, my team are better than what you were implying, and we'll prove it. And that's all I needed to say on that. And end of the press conference.
Thank you, that's it for the questions.
And straight into a cutscene, because we've agreed a fee for Patrick Kluivert, and we're just in the middle of negotiations in a wine bar. one of the new cutscenes for when you have negotiations. Now we've offered Clive a 5-year deal. He's currently on 26 grand a week at Roma, his current club at the moment, and he's taken a 6 grand a week pay cut, and he's requiring a bonus of £185,000 and then £200 and after 10 appearances. Sounds like a fair deal to me, but he's taking a 6 grand cut in actual weekly wages, and we think that's smart little business, that. And we've got Patrick Kluivert's son. Yes, we have the man himself. We've got Justin Kluivert, a promising young Dutch player, which I think could do well. We were looking at Hamza Chowdhury from Leicester. We don't know whether we'll be buying him yet. Depends on how much we've got left in the budget. But so a great performance. Not a great performance against Arsenal, but we've got 2 more games to come as well, as I'll point out later. But we are 9th place. I mean, won 1 and lost 1, but it was a disappointing defeat. To say it was a 1-0. We were in the game, we had chances, but just couldn't take them. It's just one of those frustrating things, really, where it just doesn't go your way. Well, that brings us to the end of episode 1. Join us again for episode 2 next time, where we'll have Wolves away, and then we'll have an EFL Cup game at home to Cardiff. So I hope you can join us for those 2 games. Full-length commentaries, of course, full-length action. But until then, from me, JB, I hope you've very much enjoyed episode 1. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and hit the notification bell. But until episode 2, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.